This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you.
If you got beat, like usually when somebody gets beat, if they had a sandwich in their hand, they drop that to go back home. That's
true.
Well, and no black man's going to let a noose stay on his neck long enough for the police to show up.
Well, maybe he was that hungry, Mark. You know, getting your ass whooped really works up an appetite, man.
It's thirsty work.
This has been a bad night, but I still am gonna eat this sandwich.
Yeah, I earned this sandwich.
Yeah.
So that's what made them suspicious right off the bat.
He needed that sandwich to have the strength to fight back. Man, that could have been a whole lot worse if it weren't for Subway. Man, they should get an endorsement from him. We just got back from Chicago, but we got more shows coming up. So you can catch us in Miami. And then the next day in Orlando, that's going to be January 20th and January 21st. And then you can see us in Dallas, Texas, February 18th. Go to x1entertainment.com to get your tickets. But if you go below, you can get tickets for these remaining shows over here. This man goes by many names who we're about to talk about. Jussie's one of them.
Yeah.
Destroyed that. Destroy that for me.
Solid that name right there.
Yeah, you might want to sue him for copyright infringement.
Yeah,
I will.
Jussie's one of them. The other is Tupac, the gay one, that is.
Both my doctors in LA and Chicago cleared me to perform, but said to take care, obviously. I'm the gay Tupac.
If you mean like the way Tupac went to jail, yeah, man. Yeah, sure. People, we're talking about, like I said, he goes by Jussie Smollett, the gay Tupac, Jussie Smollett. And this guy just got a verdict of guilty for his whole thing about being beat up by some racist, which was believed by many, not proven 100%, but definitely if you got any common sense in your head, believed, but I did not.
I didn't either. I was like, all right, this is going to be a highly charged incident. I don't want to say anything just yet, but I don't believe this story.
Well,
from the beginning, the first time I heard it, I was like, this sounds like a lie because there's too many things added to it.
Yeah. You were the one that caught that, and I was the one like, well, the brother got assaulted, then okay. What do I know? I tell you why I bought into it, because I was like, why would anybody do that?
Yes, which is what pathological liars depend on.
Yeah.
The idea that people go like, yeah, but why would they even lie about that?
That was just out of nowhere. I was like,
nobody even thinking about him. Oh.
Yeah,
that's it.
But he did have a show.
Yeah.
He had a show.
Not enough.
He was a popular character on the show.
He was very popular on the show. He represented, and very popular because he represented the gay community on the show.
Yes, he did. Very proudly.
Okay, maybe he wasn't popping off with his singing career, but if you act like you got some goddamn sense, maybe, again, you know, the gay community was behind you. But for some reason, this man decided to write this whole, he wrote this whole piece of fan fiction about himself, where he
performed it live.
He wrote a script and performed it live.
And he hired actors,
hired actors and everything.
They did rehearsals.
And they were like, and then the critics said, no, we don't like this. Something about this.
This man went out there and made. If you haven't heard, it's crazy. So I'm not like you. You were very smart about it. I thought, why would somebody make up some crazy shit like this who's on a very popular show, who's very popular himself? Why the f would you do that? He framed this whole, or staged this whole thing where he said he got beat up by two MAGA guys, you know, Trump guys, meaning that they're racist. They brought out Clorox, I guess, because he ain't light-skinned enough.
Right.
Bleach his skin.
Bleach his skin more. And put a rope around his neck.
A noose around his neck.
And left the scene, and he could not figure out why they would do such a thing. As he told to Gayle King, in a long-ass interview.
I'm pissed off. Is it the attackers? That's it, because it's the truth.
Except it's not.
He said, if I tell the truth.
That's a big if.
Tripped himself up.
That's a big if. That ain't it. That's a nigga, please. What the hell are you doing, man? and sitting up there, and what I love about it, bringing them tears, boy.
Acting.
Acting, boy.
Hey, if you go before Gayle King, you got to have your cry game down.
Yeah, you gotta.
Sure, that's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta pull some R. Kelly shit.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Put some onions on your shoes.
Yeah. Hey, if that shit didn't work for R. Kelly, it ain't gonna work. Because R put on a performance. He threw chairs, got his squeaky voice on. Got up and walked around the room, threatening people.
He doesn't perform that hard at his concerts.
Yeah, he sure doesn't.
Or didn't, rather.
Yes. Shit, if you put that much into your singing career instead of pissing on young girls, we wouldn't have to be here.
Why can't I do both?
Before you start pissing on Gayle King.
Yeah.
Why you doing this shit? You made me do this.
Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Now, Robert.
Oh, come on. She's too old for him.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Shave off about 50 years.
You're age appropriate? Ew.
Yeah. Do you have your passport? You can't just sit up there and just soft cry.
Yeah.
like he did.
To see that I fought back. And it does not take anything away from people that are not able to do that. To learn
What's
to
your
fight.
number?
And I don't just mean like learn to fight.
First of all, get your lie straight. Maybe we'll hire some white guys to be the racist.
Hey, couldn't find white guys. Yeah, he could have sold a little bit better. What, two Nigerian guys, right?
Yeah, you gotta hire 2 Nigerian dudes, man. Hire some corn-fed redneck motherfuckers, man. Go method actor. Like hire some real racists who want to beat your ass. Now that would have been convincing.
Yeah.
He hired some dudes who beat the shit out of him, but he didn't want that. He's like, not the face.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You guys know where to hit me, right?
Because he put them scratches on. He put them little scratches on his face.
Little scritchy scratchies.
He put them little scratches talking about, oh, they beat the shit out of me. You don't know.
They don't want to call the police.
You know, there's a level of pride there. We live in a society where, as a gay man,
Pause.
I know. I'm sorry. Let me take that back again. I can really get into it.
Let me tell you something. The motherfuckers stop to get to get that pause cry. They trying to cry. They trying to squeeze tears out.
I remember that time my grandmother died.
Yeah. That's him stepping on the tack in his shoe right there. Hold on.
No, I can do this. I can do this. Just give me a minute.
Give me a second. Sorry.
where, as a gay man, you were considered somehow to be weak. And I'm not weak. People are not weak. So,
You talk about the people, mother. Don't you dare.
I just love how his narrative still has to make him the hero in all this. Yeah, I was a victim, but I'm not weak.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those guys beat me just because I'm gay, but I fought back, though. I'm still numero uno here.
He tried to make that like a thing. I fought back. How he says that.
Yeah. Almost like something he was going to sell on merchandise.
Yeah, this brother.
I fought the beat back.
Yeah. He got auditions to go to, man. Can't be looking weak. Yeah, he had to make himself look like a hero because he still want his acting career.
Right.
Can't be no bitch.
They beat you like you said, but you don't have any kind of black eyes or bruises on your face.
Oh, he got them little fingernail scratches. You know what I'm saying?
about maybe half hour to come. And during that time, I was looking at myself, just like checking myself out. I saw the bruise on my neck, you know, like the little, the rope burn around my neck.
Brother, look, you should have let them Nigerians beat the f out of you.
Yeah.
That would have sold it.
Yeah.
Because that exactly what it looks like. No, not the face, just use your pinky finger now. The little scratch right there.
Little cut
Fellas,
right
not so hard. And that's in the hospital right after it happened.
Yeah. Exactly. Shit, I've had mosquito bites that look worse than that. That I've scratched worse than that.
Yeah.
I've had rashes that look worse. Get the f out of here with this, man. So the reason why we're talking about this is because my man, for the whole thing, this whole lying thing that happened, because he eventually got figured out. How did he get busted, man?
Because of, I was just reading this while we were sitting in there. a big thing that busted him was a Subway sandwich.
What?
Subway.
Because this happened while he was out late going to Subway, getting himself a Subway sandwich and walking back. That's when the attack happened. So when he reported this in, they came up on him where he was back at his hotel where he was staying. He still had the sandwich there, and the rope was still around his neck. And they were like, "Listen, if you got beat, like usually when somebody gets beat, if they had a sandwich in their hand, they drop that to go back home. That's
true.
Well, and no black man's gonna let a noose stay on his neck long enough for the police to show up.
Well, maybe he was that hungry, Mark. You know, getting your ass whooped really works up an appetite, man.
It's thirsty work.
This has been a bad night, but I still am gonna eat this sandwich.
I earned this.
Yeah.
So that's what made them suspicious right off the bat.
He needed that sandwich to have the strength to fight back. Man, that could have been a whole lot worse if it weren't for Subway. Man, they should get an endorsement from here. Get one of them Jared endorsements.
No, after Jared, they're like,
No more. We learned our lesson.
No more endorsements.
Man, Subway's like, God damn, why us? Yeah, so that is funny. Really?
Yeah.
Subway.
Stay fresh. Got that fresh ass beat.
Because you know, if you was getting your ass beaten, you'd scramble away from wherever it was. You'd go
fuck
back
that
to
sandwich,
home. Yeah, whatever you had in your hand, you'd leave behind. But he had to have that sandwich.
Oh shit! That's kind of an endorsement for Subway. Sandwich is so good you can't let go, even when you're getting your ass beat. Oh shit! What kind? Did they say what kind of sandwich you was eating?
No, I didn't. But it's like I fought back. Wait, with one hand because one was wrapped around that sandwich the whole time.
Don't want to drop it, ruin it.
Maybe he had a foot long and he used the sandwich. Get back! Back! Back!
I'm still hangry. I'll kill you both right now.
Oh, man. Somebody tell me what kind of sandwich that was. I'll go buy one of those tonight. Oh, somebody said, was it toasted? No, apparently he was. To pull some shit like this. So he's gotten a guilty verdict, man. Like, New York Post is all on his ass. Let me see, because I pulled up one article where they said, New York Post, they're kind of a shady, they're shady publication anyway. They'll put some shit out there, and you know it'll be a good read. But a lot of shit they got their politics, they got their angles, man. They
also have certain reporters who just hate other celebrities and will write shit about them no matter what.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they said the jury or the juror, they said they say he never bought that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Jussie Smollett juror says panel didn't buy actor's hate crime claim at all. Yeah, it was. They say it wasn't an easy decision. You got the mother sitting there. You feel bad, but that motherfucker lying. That's what they thought. Mm-hmm. So his sister's fine as hell. I feel bad because it's like, God damn. Because I know his sister like, why you? Yeah. I got shows coming up.
I know. I got stuff going on.
I just got Lovecraft Country. And you the most evil thing.
She's getting her like a Black Canary spinoff, isn't she? Is she getting something like that?
Yeah,
She's got that. And you know, every time that she has to go to interview, she's like, I have to.
Oh yeah, I got to address this.
I have to address this.
Yeah.
Or someone's gonna bring it up.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. So he got a guilty verdict. What does that mean? Because if you ask me, because I'm looking at him right now, and this is one of the things that pissed me off the most when it came out. Like one of the stories that really just made me angry. For one, it does nothing for the black community. It does nothing for the gay community.
Sure.
And why are you doing this? Thing is, if you put as much acting into your career as you did for this interview and this little thing you put together right now, we wouldn't have to be here for this.
It's angering because it's similar to if somebody makes a false rape claim. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it get found out. It's like, well, great. That throws every other legit claim into question. That's right.
Yeah. His ass needs, look, I would put his ass in jail because he lied. He used up resources. Now it's not like the kind of crime that has victims where, you know, they're hurt, they're injured, they're left behind. He really hurt himself mostly.
Well, and that's the thing, because on the surface, there is like, he did all this, he made this lie, he lied to the public, used up resources, should be guilty, do some time.
Yeah.
But at least in America, maybe just over the world, there is a certain bloodlust, especially when it comes to celebrities. Because what he did, it's on par with what happened with Amy Cooper in New York, where she, you know, a black guy is threatening me, and all this, and you know. And the guy just who she did that to was just like, I don't want to press charges. Just
and people mad at him for that. I was like,
yeah. But you know, I mean, charges weren't pressed. She lost her job. She's suing the job, saying she was racially discriminated against. But you know, that's all kind of done, mostly forgotten about. What he did, it's not any more really than that. It's just that he's famous, so it got a lot more press.
Yeah.
But there's a whole other angle to this whole thing that I was reading. I don't know if you caught any of this. So. Like, if you remember at the time when they figured out he was lying and they, you know, he was going to be indicted, and then the state's attorney decided to, like, we're not going to press charges. Or we're not going to, he's not going to do time. We're not going to have a trial. We're just going to set him up with community service. And people were pissed. Right. Everybody was mad. They're like, you're just going to let him go free after all that? The whole history of all that thing, it's like, it goes back to how bad the Chicago cops were. Yeah. Because the state attorney before that was prosecuting and giving jail time to everybody with minor offenses, especially if they were black. Yeah. And it was just piling up until finally they got voted out. So Fox comes in, and now she's the new state's attorney, and she was like, all right, I'm not going to lock up people with minor offenses. They're not a danger to the community. Yeah. I'm not doing that. So with this, she looked at this. She was like, there's no reason for him to do time. He's already got to do community service. He already paid a bunch of money. His career is basically ruined. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for it. Now, she was somewhat compromised because back when everybody believed his story, she, was like trying to help him and the family find these guys and prove it. So when she decided to not, have him go to trial, people were like, "Oh, you got bought off. It's because he's a celebrity." And it's like that wasn't it at all. But that's just the optics on it. And she's got a lot of conservative people, especially the cops themselves, who trying to get her out. Yeah. So it's like a lot of things. There's so much more to it than what it looks like on the surface. Yeah. What I think is going to happen is I think he's going to get a lot of probation, and they're just going to embarrass him with community service. If it was up to me, because this is where they say it's leaning towards this. They say he could get up to 3 years, but I don't think he's going to get 3 years for this. If it was up to me, I'll put his ass in jail for 6 months just for fucking around, this is a really bad time to go out and be crying Black Wolf or Black Wolf, yeah. Black gay wolf, yeah. Black gay wolf. The gay community is going through it. The black community is going through it. Bro, this is such a selfish act. I'll put his ass in jail for 6 months. I'll put him in the county for 6 months just for being so self-centered. But really, I think the appropriate thing would be to put his ass on probation. Tons of probation. Tons of community service. Put his ass out there picking up trash. Yeah. So everybody can see him and go by and laughing at him. Yeah. I don't litter, but I'll go by and pick up some McDonald's and ball up that bag and throw it right at his ass. Pick that shit up. Wow, it's not a murder or anything like that, but it's such a selfish crime for something that. What was he like? What was the end goal? What was the end goal here? Was it to boost your career?
I think that's what he wanted. Yeah.
Take his career in a new direction.
This is some shit that you would see on some crime show somewhere. Yeah. And you'd be like, well, that's cool, but you've never seen anybody do that in real life. That's stupid. Well, there you go. This is because some people are saying this is the best performance he gave. It's the worst performance he's given. Because he's trying too hard. Yeah. All them pauses and fought back and fighting back the fake ass tears coming out.
That's ridiculous, and it's offensive. Yeah.
And see, this is what I hate when you start gaslighting people. It's offensive. Yeah. To sit up here and call me a liar when I've been lying my black ass out the whole time. It's stupid.
There's no which way you cut it. I don't need some MAGA hat as the cherry on top of some racist sundae, which I so resent that narrative. I'm not gonna.
The one you made up.
Yeah. Which narrative again was that?
And it's what was he talking about? But he's giving himself away. He said, "I don't need that MAGA hat as the cherry on top of racist sundae." But that's exactly what he did.
Yes.
That's exactly. And it was the thing that tipped me off that he's lying.
Yeah. I wish I had been as smart as you were because I was confused. I was like, "This is so stupid. Why would you lie?"
I know.
But I'm the dumb one here. Well,
hey, I wouldn't say you're the dumb one. You just because you think, well, why would they lie about this?
Yeah,
that's normal.
It's just so crazy, man. And it's so crazy that if he had, like, I know he didn't ask nobody except them goddamn 2 Nigerians that he hired.
Who were happy to take his money.
Happy to take his money.
Of course.
Because if he had asked somebody, anyone with brains would have said, this is idiotic. No, you're going to get caught. No.
Yeah, well, you can't ask anybody because you can't have people in on what you're doing.
That's true.
No.
They would have reported that.
Not gonna lie though, I want a Subway sandwich right now. That brother sold this. He sold those sandwiches with
That's
man.
the one mystery.
Yeah,
don't have the answer to yet.
What? Yeah.
What was the sandwich?
What sandwich did he eat? That's what I want to know. Tell me it was a steak and cheese, man.
Chicken teriyaki, maybe.
Chicken teriyaki.
Maybe.
We got to get you to the hospital right now. Can I eat my sandwich first? Oh shit! Really wanted that thing.
Hunger beat the shot.
I'll just take it with me in the ambulance. If that's okay.
I'm not hurting anything.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.